What's up, man? Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, okay? Just let it out. Stop bottling in those emotions because mental health is important, and sometimes you just need to sit down and talk to somebody. And it helps if they're a professional, okay? So with BetterHelp, you get customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's way more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. And just for y'all, we got a special treat, okay? Dudes Behind the Food listeners will get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/foods. That's BETTERHELP.com/foods. Yo, it's getting hot outside, so y'all need to keep it cool. That's why I F with Mack Weldon, okay? Whether it's the boxer briefs or their board shorts and swim trunks, Mack Weldon is lit, okay? Check it out. Check it out. They got a combo of performance stretch and a slick design on those board shorts. They're great gear for when you're taking time off. And Mack Weldon has this fabric technology with their polo shirts, okay? And what it does is it keeps you comfortable as the temperature rises. And just for y'all, I got a special treat. Check out Mack Weldon for yourself and save 20% on your first order. Visit MackWeldon.com/dudes and enter promo code DUDES. Again, MackWeldon.com/dudes and enter promo code DUDES for 20% off. Stock up on the warm weather essentials you've been missing.
Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dudes behind the foods. That's actually really fucking good.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Dudes Behind the Motherfucking Foods. I'm Tim Chantharangsu, and Stupid David is in Korea still. So I thought, what's the best thing to do? Bring in another Korean, a more fit and sexy Korean, better singer, better actor. Damn. Oh my God, he just launched a whole ass movie production company, Dumbfoundead.
Thank you, man.
What's up, dog?
Thank you. I feel like I've known you as long as David, right?
I've known you longer than David.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought so. I didn't want to say it, but I'm the original Korean.
You in my life? No, actually, the original Korean in my life was my first girlfriend, Tina Park.
Tina Park?
From 8th grade.
She sounds hot. Tina Park.
You know what? Tina was...
Tinas are usually hot.
I've never met an unattractive...
That's what I'm saying.
Tinas
are usually a hot name.
Tina was great. You know, she was a learning experience for me when I was in 8th grade.
You know what she's up to now?
We still follow each other on Instagram.
Real estate agent? What's going on?
Quite possibly.
Okay. Stereotyping.
I think she's doing. Is that?
I don't know. It's that's usually like what a lot of ex-Korean gangsters become.
They get into real estate
or insurance brokers.
I feel like I've seen that like firsthand on my Instagram.
You catch up with them and they talk about the good old days where they used to fuck up people.
And you out here just being a tatted up gangster rapper.
No, I'm just a nerd that's tatted up. That's all it is, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Thanks for popping in, dog. What's up? What's good? How you been?
I'm good, man. I love catching up with you. I called you, I think a week ago when I was having my podcast with Wax.
Yes.
I was like, it's a good time to catch up from the old trifecta.
Bruh, you were on one of the first episodes of No Chaser, my other podcast. Yes. And then, how long has it been since I was on Fun with Dumb?
It's been a while. You were probably on one of the first episodes as well.
Look at us, man.
I had to, call the usual suspects first for everything.
I was telling somebody the other day that, like, nowadays, all the people that have been doing this type of shit for so long, literally all we do now is call each other to be on each other's podcasts.
I know. Podcasts are really the new... picking somebody up from the airport. You down to do my podcast?
Fuck. All right, what's on? I guess.
Okay. It really is in LA, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we do now.
Yeah, I mean, we love ranting. We're good at it.
But here's what we do. We bring a little bit of food, dog.
Okay.
We eat a little bit of food.
All right.
So I told him, I was like, yo, bring me a little something to snack on, dog.
I brought some traditional Korean food as expected.
You would.
Some Jack in the Box. Okay, so what happened was...
Let's go.
K-Town is incredibly hard to find parking, so I pulled up to the H-Mart. I was like, I'm going to fuck this shit. I'm going to bring some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find no fucking parking, and I don't want to go into the lot, and you got a valet on all this shit, so I was like, fuck it. There might be something in Burbank. So I drove all the way here, pulled off the exit. I saw Jack, and I was like, fuck it. Let's just knock it out.
Well, let me tell you something.
Funny. It'd be a funny bit.
My guy I fucking love Jack in the Box.
I know you do.
And I've been in the same lane as you because one time, I forget what the event was, but it was a potluck.
Yeah.
Like Wax, you, a whole bunch of that people in that circle was there, and I brought a bag of filet-o-fish.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, no, that's the most popular shit usually when someone brings the
not home cooked shit.
Not home cooked fast food shit. That shit's first thing off the potluck.
It's like, oh, someone brought a bucket of Popeyes? It's lit.
Yeah, that shit is a go-to, bro. But I did bring one of my favorite breakfast items, which is the croissant sandwich, the sausage croissant. And every time I go to Jack, I gotta get the 2 tacos.
Oh my God!
That's a go-to.
Did you get the buttermilk sauce?
I did, of course.
Oh my God!
Best ranch in the game, by the way.
Look, this is a man after my own heart, dog. Because Jack in the Box, 2 a.m. You don't know what you want to eat. You're fucking drunk, so you order breakfast. The 2 tacos with the buttermilk ranch. Oh my God!
Why does it like they label it? It just tastes better because it's labeled buttermilk. I just imagine like an old Amish lady just making ranch back there. Like
Jack's mom, dog.
Jack's mom just making butter. It's the
churning.
best ranch in fast food, bro.
This is 100% facts.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like it's creamier. It's more fattening for sure.
I just noticed right now. I didn't even notice this that it was buttermilk house sauce, aka ranch. I never noticed that.
Just
ever.
in case people were confused.
Also known as ranch.
Are you dieting, drinking?
Actually, this is terrible because I just came from the gym right now.
Oh God, it's okay.
So I do I'm all about my health, but because only to balance out my vices. You know,
You worked out so you can get down.
Yeah, like I don't know. I should. This is really counterproductive to what I'm doing, but like I drink a lot too. I'm a drinker. You know, and I'm just trying to like balance things out at least.
I think life's all about balance, right?
And I didn't even have that part. Before my lifestyle was just this and drinks and fucking all types of shit.
Well, bro, we hit 25, our fucking metabolism slows down.
Yeah.
And then this shit really starts to really actually show up on your body.
True.
And it's fucked up. Me and Rick used to go to restaurants, order the same amount, eat the same amount. You know what I'm saying? And I would look like I looked.
Right.
And then one year I hit 25 and I'm like, ugh. This shit is ugh.
Bro, we gotta work hard just to look regular.
Just to look regular.
Presentable.
And then to be on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
You look regular in real life. You look fat as hell on TV.
That's the thing that, people don't give a lot of credit to. These, all the Nick Cannons and all like that. You need a lot of energy to do that.
Where do they get the time to put in the work and then still go to the gym?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I was gonna ask you because now you're a family guy. Like, does that help?
No.
Health, or does that make it worse?
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's both. And I'll tell you after I get you a drink.
Yeah. What is that? We got a beverage.
Because I knew I would be full off Sherry's episode, so I didn't bring any food for you aside from what you brought.
You're doing back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Which is eating back-to-back too, right?
But I thought on brand for this episode, 88 Rising sent me
nice. Shout out. They got a hard seltzer now, year of.
Yes. The
and
year
it's pretty
of.
good, actually. I've tried it.
It actually really is. I had the mango and I think passion fruit last night.
Yeah.
Right here. Would you like the white peach and pineapple or the lime and mint?
I'll take the white peach.
Let's get it. Okay. So while you munch, I will say being a father is has its positives and negatives for my health, all right? Because on one side, right, there's just no time to work out.
Yeah.
I try to get little fucking crunches and push-ups in between time, but like the times that I'm not with the baby or helping wifey with the baby, I want to work. You know what I'm saying? I want to stay on top of my emails. I want to edit a video. So then by the time it's done, I'm like, and everything's handled, I just want to rest. It's like I don't want to work out, right? So I just try to manage it in terms of like portion control. So I'm not like gaining weight, but I'm also not toned at all right now. You feel me?
It's a difficult thing because you're like, man, we're taking care of a life right now.
Right.
Like, that should be enough.
Yes.
But the balance of like taking care of yourself while you're doing it, looking good doing it, that's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, man. And then conversely, I feel like I need to be healthier because I need to be around for this little baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's brand new. She got a whole life to live still. I'm like, I'm in good shape, but also like my cholesterol's high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not eating as right or drinking as much water as I should be.
Yep.
So it's like I need to make sure, in my head, I'm like, I need to be healthy for her. But who got the time?
Yo,
man?
self-care is a lot of things.
It's so many things.
It's a lot of things. Like, just to, talk about like a skincare regimen, right? That's like, at the very least, like 4 steps. It's like face wash,
Exfoliant,
toner, the serum, and then finally the moisturizer. That's like basic. That's 4 steps basic, bro. And we're supposed to put on sunscreen at the end if you're in the daytime.
Dog.
For God.
I was talking to Nikki Blades on my other podcast about it, and I was like, dude, face shit is so exhausting. Like, it's such an exhausting routine. She's like, no, it's not. It's really not that hard. I'm like, dude, it's a lot. It's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
When you feel like you should just be able to, when you're a kid, you just fucking wash your face and go to sleep, you know?
I know. I got a facial yesterday.
Yeah.
Pause. I don't know why I got to pause it. It's coming from rap.
No, we don't pause out here.
We don't
homie.
pause. No pause.
Hey,
But facial, I got a facial, and it was like an hour and a half, and she really went in, because it feels like a long time. An hour and a half is kind of a long time for a facial.
It feels like, and I was just telling David this, and I kind of broke out a little bit because I try to avoid cheese, but I be eating all types of shit, right?
Yeah.
First of all, but let me just say, if y'all ain't had the breakfast from Jack in the Box, these sausage croissants are like, supreme.
The croissant's so flaky, like, is it from Paris?
Jacques in the box. Jacques in the bowl. But I was telling David on another episode that the lady, I feel like facial ladies, they perk up when they see my fucked up, like, just my big ass pores and my like clogged shit.
You came to the right
They're
place.
like, okay, here we go. And
shit.
dog, it's so fucking like torturous for me. I told David I have to get into the mindset of like, I'm like get a prisoner of war and I'm about to get tortured for answers.
It hurts, man.
I have to tell myself like, yo, you're getting tortured and your country relies on you right now to not like scream out or show weakness. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it really hurts. My shit is tender right now, bro. That shit really fucking hurt.
And your skin's like already great, so
Man, no, that shit. You know what it is? It's the drinking that dries out a lot of the skin.
Is that what it is?
I'm a heavy drinker.
Yeah.
Like that's what a lot of people don't know. I mean, they probably do because
I
I'm
knew
cranky
that.
all the time and shit. Why do you think? No, I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, drinking has been one of my biggest vices, and I'm trying to like chill out on it. I keep it to like the weekends now.
Oh, my bad.
All right, are we doing it?
I already did it.
I'll take a sip. I'm gonna keep this cool too. I'm only gonna eat like half of this.
Oh, I'm gonna nibble on this.
Yeah.
We just doing it for camera.
Yeah,
dog.
exactly. I can't. Yo, cheers.
Cheers to you, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
I know Jack's given you a bag too in the past, so
They
you
have.
have no problems with it.
But I also have no loyalty, man. Bags from McDonald's, bag from Jack, bag from Burger King.
You know what's funny about you on social media?
Yeah.
You talk about your bags too.
I do.
Like, thanks for the bag. Like, it's very direct. And there's no issue. They still keep coming back.
I'll be like, motherfuckers be like, oh, I wonder how much to pay Tim for this. In the comments, I'll be like, a big bag, bro.
And then you'll point out when they're like, they don't give you a good bag for it, or like they're late on the bag. Or
Oh, yes. Well, when it's negative shit, I try not to get like specific as to who it was.
Yeah.
But I was definitely about to fire off. It's crazy that these companies make you wait a whole 90, like, however many days to get
I've
paid.
seen those tweets.
Oh,
it's
man.
funny. You'll complain like it's like an airline that fucked up. Southwest, what the fuck, man? Yeah, it's
Well, you know what? It's dude, they do, and you've done brand deals too. It's just such a weird, like, the way they go about it is so annoying sometimes, because they'll be like on your head to meet these deadlines. Can we get a rough by this day? Can we get this by this day? And they're like blowing you up. Can we get this? You send them that shit. They don't reply for like 3 fucking days, and then you do the shit, and they don't pay you for like 3 months.
I feel like, I do feel like it is very easy probably to execute the invoice, right? It has to be pretty easy.
Yeah.
You just send that shit over to accounting. They send, you know what I mean? Like, how many employees does whatever?
Why is there a net 90, net 45?
I don't get it.
It's like they know what they're supposed to pay you already.
That's what I'm saying. They're chilling. They're trying to buy as much time as possible.
I guess so. Dog, you know what happened to me the other day? It was so crazy. I was supposed to get a check for this show that I did, and it was a significant check, right? And And a couple months had gone by. I try not to press the companies. I understand how shit works, unless it's been like ridiculously long. In this case, I sent a little follow-up email. I was like, hey guys, just wondering when this like payment was supposed to come, haha. And then they were like, oh, we sent that last month, Tim. I was like, So I sent them screenshots of all my bank transactions. I'm like, y'all, I got no deposits, no nothing. I didn't deposit shit a month ago. I got nothing, right? They were like, oh, according to our records, this check got cashed a month ago. I was like, oh, I definitely didn't know cash it's like 9 racks. I didn't cash no fucking 9 G's, right? Yeah. So then I was like, let me know what's going on, guys, because I didn't do that shit, right? They're digging up, trying to figure it out. They were like, oh, it was cashed at this bank. I'm like, definitely not me, right? They started doing some research. They were like, Tim, it turns out a bunch of our checks got compromised.
Oh my God.
Someone
is cashing all those
somehow,
checks?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they sent me a picture from their bank of like the deposited check. I'm like, you guys, that shit isn't signed. I signed all my checks on the back. And I'm like, let me know what y'all get it figured. And they got it figured out, right? I don't know what happened or who did it. I got my money, but it was like, yo, that's wild.
Damn, that's crazy. Someone came up there.
Like, how does that even happen?
I always like the kind of the follow-up email you send these companies, just so like polite.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I really enjoyed like the campaign. Just following up. Where is it?
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Once again, I just want to say it was awesome.
Yeah, once again.
And then it's completely different than per my last email. Just curious. And we'll talk more about that right after this break. BetterHelp. It's all about that mental health. Hey, man, look, sometimes you just need to talk it out, okay? Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, okay? And here's the thing. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. You know, I think for me, I'm a busy guy. I got my family at home. Sometimes you don't always have time to just vent and let it out. And I think more importantly now, with mental health being brought to the forefront in conversations, it's good that we just really sit down and talk about how we feel and what we're going through, because sometimes that's all it takes to help. That's all you need a little bit, okay? So of course, that's why this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Dudes Behind the Foods listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/foods, okay? That's BetterHelp.com/foods. But yeah, man. But it's a blessing to be able to get bags for just saying you like some McDonald's when you like McDonald's.
Nah, for sure. We can't complain. I know there's some of the comments are going to be like, look at these guys complaining about living their dream.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. No, it's great, man. I can't complain. And we've been in it for a long time. You and I, especially. What has it been, like 15 maybe? Close to 15, I feel like.
Since you and me first linked up,
12.
It had to be, it's got to be like
12 to 15.
12 to 15. I think definitely like, let's say 13. Let's split the diff.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
Because you were in one of my first vlogs. I've been vlogging for at least like 12 years. So,
was I?
Yeah, you're in vlog probably like, I don't know, 5 when you came to my family's restaurant and we chopped it up for a little bit.
You know what? You never thought about like, interesting, because you've helped out so many people, and I was wondering, like, you never like wanted to do like a whole network or anything, huh? Like a Tim network.
So I've debated it, right?
Yeah.
That's definitely crossed my mind.
Right.
Where, I feel like not only have I reached out and connected with so many people and like helped people out, gain a bit of an audience, I feel like I could do a type of, almost like, talent agency, management type thing, A&R type shit, right? But then I kind of have to remind myself, I got so much shit I'm trying to do for myself that I'm slacking on, because I be bullshitting. But
I fuck with that because I feel like too many people try to do things without really being passionate about it, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, my whole thing is, I tell people, like, there's so many ways that young people make money now, right? There's stocks, there's crypto, there's NFTs. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. Do that as a side hustle, but don't let that I feel like it distracts so many young people from like their passions nowadays. And it gets so confusing like for people. Every time I talk to the homies or kids now, it's like that's the only fucking thing they're doing. And it becomes like the sole focus of like their whole shit. They almost like forget about their shit because it's discouraging when you're making money in this thing.
Right.
And you're not in this other thing, right?
Especially when everyone's telling you this is the way to make money.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you feel like you should do the shit that's gonna make you money, right? I think almost like to what you're saying, they forget about maybe what they're passionate about because that's not going to be quick money.
It's not. But, you know, that's why I feel like the way we came up back in the day where there was so less ways of making money was kind of a blessing in disguise.
Because you had to make it work.
Yeah, and we also didn't care as much in the early stages to make money. Like, we were fine at being broke. Now it's a little tougher because we see so many motherfuckers balling out. It's tempting. You're like, why am I doing this thing?
But you know what it is also that I realized, bro? Like you said, you and me, comfortable being broke. We were happy to be able to do what we just love doing, right?
Yeah.
These kids, they have grown up in like, let's say the Instagram era, right? Where everything is a flex. So they're low-key grinding so they can flex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these up-and-coming
That's true.
like internet kids and like social media kids, they'll spend stupid amounts of money to get together and rent a house in Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
Paying like damn near what you would be paying for a mortgage because they want
It's
like
a look.
They
Yeah.
want to be able to fucking like vlog their view from the hills and
But
vlog
it's a
their
very
new cars.
toxic like hustle culture. I almost feel like we need like an opposite of a Gary Vee who's like, it's okay being broke. You know what I mean? Just in your face. Like just chill. Like on a hammock. Like that's where they do the podcast.
You
on
ain't
a
gotta
hammock.
do all that
yeah,
shit.
You gotta do all that. All I got is my van, my dog, and I'm happy. I don't know. Like
Bro, there's this old story, right, about this dude he's like a farmer or some shit on the farm, just chilling, watching his crops grow.
Yeah.
And this like dude from the city comes in. He's like, "Sir, I'd like to take your crops. We sell them in the supermarket. We'll get all your crops,
Yeah.
do this and that for you." And the man's like, "For what?" He's like, "Yo, we get your crops in the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you some more money from the markets, and you'll get you more for this and this and that." And he's like, "Okay, why?" He's like, "So you can get like more money, and then you can retire and like do nothing." He's like,
Yeah.
"I'm doing that now."
That's it.
So I'm literally doing that
you're
now.
like, that's a good point. Yeah. I just feel like the cats who live that lifestyle are those TikToks you see of some random Mongolian dude who doesn't say a word, chopping up like meat in the woods and shit, or like the freezing ice.
but then like you go into his hole and it's like fucking Gucci drapes.
Yeah, I know. I bet. Yeah, I bet this fool, he has a whole production team and a dude just holding a boom mic for the TikToks and shit. But you've seen those, right? Those are great.
Yeah,
I love those.
The ones where like motherfuckers just living out of their van, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're completely happy with it. I mean, I could never do that. But
Yeah. I mean, it's because we're just LA raised.
And not only that, man, you know what the thing about it is, like, okay, so we were broke. We were happy to be, well, not happy to be broke, but we made the shit work when we were broke. And now I think that we got a little bit of money. So much of my money now goes to just doing the dumb shit that I couldn't afford when I was younger. Like, even from a little scale, it's like buying all the shoes I wanted to, buying a fucking grill.
Yeah.
To like, you know, now a little bit of money, it's like, now you want to do shit like, oh, I valet my car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I might lease a little foreign just to flex for a couple years.
Right.
Some shit like that,
right.
you know? Just because you grew up seeing these things that, you know, you do kind of like look up to and idolize as a little kid. But I think what's great for us is since we know the value of being broke and the value of a dollar, we're not out here squandering the shit just to fucking,
no, for sure.
just for the look,
Nah,
you know?
nah, there's no look. There's nothing cool about anyone our age flexing nowadays.
Oh,
But that's the thing. I've never been about like pressuring motherfuckers about that shit either. You know what I'm saying? Let people like go through their own journey. You know what I mean? It's a journey that everyone goes through, whether it's identity or, you know what I'm saying? Or the perspectives on the world. You know what I mean? And the new Kendrick Jordan was dope because he starts off about that, about life is all about perspective. It is. And people have no empathy for that nowadays. Like literally, no one has any empathy for anyone's perspective.
nowadays, their perspective is supposed to be your perspective and vice versa. Everybody's supposed to have the same perspective or you're fucking wrong.
That's what I'm saying. It's such bullshit. I absolutely hate it. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because I want to call that shit out, but I'm also not like that type either.
I know.
Just to like, it's just like terrible.
Like literally, like people, I mean, you think Twitter is somewhere where you can hear other people's opinions, but it's literally people going there just to say their own opinion.
Right.
That's it. Like, and if you disagree with them, they're not there to hear you. People come on Twitter to argue. It's like Twitter is like, I'm going to say this, wait for someone to disagree so I can argue. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, otherwise, no one is going on Twitter to be like, hey, change my mind about this. Tell me your perspective on this. Like, literally no one gives a shit, you know?
That'd be, yeah. Like, I'm trying to see what would be a good, like, feature to solve that. Maybe, like, the first person who comments on your comment is the only person you can engage with for the rest of the thread.
But they got to pay $10.
I actually paid for the extra Twitter thing.
Me too.
Wait, did you?
Yes.
Why did you pay for it?
Twitter Blue?
Yeah. What feature? Like
okay, so if y'all don't know, you can pay like a little bit, like
$2.99 or something like that.
On Twitter, where there's no actual edit button, but
okay, that's why I did it. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so when you send a tweet, it gives you like 20 seconds to be like, are you sure you want to send this tweet?
Yeah.
And I just be firing shit off sometimes.
Me too.
Where
Yeah.
that's so helpful.
It is. It's helped me a few times.
Where you're like, oh shit, I got like 3 typos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes I'm also like, just send this shit, bro.
Hit the send immediately.
Yeah. No, but I did pay for that feature, and it does help. Yeah,
It does.
I didn't realize how quick we are to send off shit until I had that feature too.
Yeah, man. And the thing about it is too, for me, I send a lot of my tweets off when I'm like shitting in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm a little groggy still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like my eyes are still like trying to focus and I'll just be tweeting shit. And then I look like 10 minutes later and maybe like a tweet's doing well and I'm like, I got this typo that really fucking
or the
irks
joke's
me.
just not hitting.
Oh.
I'm so funny of like I'll like give the 20 seconds, I'll send it, and I'll still delete that shit. You know what I mean? I'll still delete that bitch. I'm like, oh, this shit is not doing well.
If a tweet is kind of weak, yeah, I'll delete it as well when I'm trying for it to be funny. One time, I was so irritated. I wasn't irritated because I knew it, but like I sent this tweet off, and in my head, I'm like, I could word this better, but whatever. You know, it's still funny. I sent it off, and one person replied, they were like, it's kind of wordy, Tim. You might want to redo that. When I was like, fuck, he's right.
There's an art to it. There is an art to all of that shit.
Let's punch up each other's tweets before we send them off, dog.
I've definitely sent it to him. Like, what do you think about this? It's like, bro, that's cringe. I'm like, fuck. All right.
Well, shit. Speaking of entrepreneurship, which we were talking about like 10 minutes ago, you just launched a whole ass production company.
Yeah. I mean, it's a partnership with my management. Who, if people don't know, my management is Far East Movement and just their company. I've been with them for a long time, and we've been, all of us, we've been pitching stuff and all the stuff in the industry, and we're just like, yo, we found like a good partner and financiers and stuff, so we're like, yo, let's just do this. And then the first project we're doing actually is with Anderson .Paak.
Amazing.
Him and his son gonna star in it.
Fire. I read the article.
Yeah, and the story is generally it's like a Black and Asian like project because he's part Korean, his son is half Korean, half Black, and it's a musical story and also them like rekindling their relationship. Him as a deadbeat dad, like going to Korea, meeting his son, and like all this stuff. And he's in K-pop while like Anderson's a Washington musician who's like trying to teach him like of the roots of like soul, funk, all that.
That's
so
tight.
That's how they reconnect pretty much.
So it's a story about musical or it's actual musical?
No, it's not a musical. It's music elements.
Right,
It's not like he's my son, you son of a gun.
Yo, I'm taking that. I'm stealing that. All right, we're going to talk about how jealous I am after this break. Oh my God, you guys, it's heating up outside, and when it comes to stylish essentials perfect for the hotter days ahead, there's no better option than Mack Weldon, okay? From hanging at home to that much needed vacation, the conference room to the happy hour, they've got you covered. Their innovative daily wear system takes the guesswork out of getting dressed, even for the most indecisive of guys. Now, you know me. Your boy likes to keep my balls fresh. Mack Weldon got everything from boxer briefs to pajamas to shirts. They got everything you need and it's super comfortable, okay? Their premium polos easily elevate your plans with fabric technology they've built in to keep you comfortable as the temperature rises. Wow, that's just lit, okay? A couple other must-haves is they got, let's see, for the beach season or pool season, whatever body of water you prefer, check out their board shorts and swim trunks. Super comfy, super stylish, it's great. Okay, now check this out. Check out Mack Weldon for yourself and save 20% on your first order. Visit MackWeldon.com/dudes and enter promo code DUDES. Again, that's MackWeldon.com/dudes and enter promo code DUDES for 20% off. Stock up on the warm weather essentials you've been missing. All right, that's dope, man. I feel like you always are fucking working on something. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like people say that to me, but I'll be like, y'all, I've been chilling.
Well, the thing about it is, it's like, you know, I was gonna ask you this earlier too, because your journey, like, I think it's similar how we grew up, right? We're like kids who grew up on television, and we have all those dreams, and as like we got older, the traditional Hollywood has changed, right? And now Hollywood is you, like what's become this, right? Like these podcasts, all the YouTube views, that's what it is. Does that fuck you up because you're like, my dream was this thing and it's not that way no more? Or do you feel like you're in a good place where it's now you're like, okay, I can still, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I feel, right? Because I feel like, you know, like you said in the beginning, right? We were dreaming of like traditional TV movies and shit. And that's why I even got on YouTube, because there was nothing for me there, right? So I was like, let me just put this shit out myself, see what happens, right? So whereas in the beginning, I would be going on the occasional audition, barely got any auditions back then because there was nothing for me. I felt like people weren't really trying to have me in the room, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then as time progressed and social media kind of became a thing, there was, you know, where you would do your like slate to camera, and then they would be like, where you from, how old are you, and how many followers do you have? I'm like, oh shit.
Oh wow.
Shit's getting different.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
You know? And then, but then I felt like there was like traditional Hollywood that kind of felt a little salty, like, oh, these fucking kids and their followers are getting auditions or getting movies just because they got followers, right? But for me, I feel like I grinded for 10 plus years to build this following, to just get my foot in the door, you know?
I don't think that's unfair at all, because honestly, Hollywood is the same exact way too. Like, we can audition all day for a role in a movie, and you know, make it to the final,
and Jeremy Lin steps in.
Yeah, exactly. or whatever huge Asian star. Yeah. And they won't even have to audition; they'll just get the part. Right. So to me, and because of their following, it's the same exact shit.
That is 100% true.
That's why I'm like, I don't understand that, you know, thought process. It's like
I auditioned for. There was an episode of Fresh Off the Boat that I was supposed to have a part in. I auditioned for it. They like hit me up for it, and I submitted it. Maybe like a week or two later, because I was in Thailand. I was like, hey, what's up with that shit? My people and my team was like, oh, actually, they gave it to Jeremy Lin. I was like, oh, all right.
That is a huge spectrum of Asian people.
Yeah, no, like literally too.
That's funny. Oh, I think I know of that role, but they gave it to you. They gave it to Jeremy Lin. That's hilarious.
So I say all that to say, like, you know, now shit's changed so much.
It is.
And whereas, you know, I think it's lit that you started this production company, because I feel like it is a good time for us to be doing our own shit.
I feel like it. I just feel like we now have even gone through the Hollywood process. You know what I mean? We were in the digital world of, you know, social media and YouTube, all that. But, bro, we've been in this for a while. Like, for the last, you know, 5+ years now, we've really been in the process of auditioning, pitching shows, and all this stuff. And you know how, like, hard that shit is, how bullshit it can get? You know what I mean? But I feel like we got to own our specific voice so hard now. You know, that mad specificity of, like, even like you being one of the few Thai, you know, personalities in America, you got to like own that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and tell that very specific story. I have problems when like Korean motherfuckers just try to do Koreatown stories. You know what I mean? Like, because it's, to me, like a neighborhood is special to me. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like that there's something about even that alone.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I have a problem with it because it's like, oh, this thing is popular. So we'll exploit each other. People exploit. I don't know. I have like specific.
It's funny in terms of like cities specifically because I was born in Montana. I don't know if you knew that. I was born in Montana.
I did not know
So
that.
I was,
What
born
the
in,
fuck?
I was born in Billings, Montana.
Wow.
And my parents moved to Long Beach when I was a baby, right?
Yeah.
So I've been in Long Beach and spent my like young adult life in Paramount from like high school upwards, right? So I say I'm from like Paramount and like my younger life in Long Beach, but like But if you Google, my Wikipedia will say like, oh, born in Montana, or some people will be like, Tim's from Montana. I'm like, I'm not from fucking Montana, man. I was born there. That's it. I'm from Paramount.
Yo, you better not. You got to jump on it, bro. I was born in Argentina. You know what I'm saying? They got an Argentina story. I'm pitching.
Well, famous birthdays has me listed as like the number 2 most famous person from Montana or some
That's
shit like
what?
that.
That's amazing.
But I was also gonna say, yes, in terms of telling our own story, right?
Yeah.
I was telling David because I'm writing this movie for me and David.
That's dope.
This little like fucking like like a new Harold and Kumar for me and David, basically. Thanks. And I was like, all right, look, bro. After I write this shit, I'm gonna pitch it for like 6 months, and if no one gets it, I'm just gonna pay for it and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it,
Bro, I mean, that's the thing. It's like we're making decent money and have a good following where people will support. Mm-hmm. And I got to shout out like Justin Chan. Like that motherfucker he really did it. Like he funded the first joint, Gook. You know what I mean? It's still funny saying that.
Oh, I mean, David.
Gook.
Yeah, I know.
No, but isn't Gook a funny ass racial term? First of all, like if somebody called you a Gook, like I don't know if I'd be offended, bro.
It's just kind of audibly.
If somebody called me a Gook, I'd be like, "What era are you from, bro?" It's just like I don't know. It just doesn't hit as hard. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Yeah, and I was just okay. This is another off rant too. I went to the pachinko screening. I was in the theater and I was trying to take a picture of the screen in pachinko.
Oh, and
in the middle it says
off.
chink. I was like, the biggest Asian show in the last 10 years has the word chink in it. I thought it was pretty funny.
Bro, the follow up to Gook. Let's write it.
I'm not putting a show out or a movie called Chink, but I just thought that was funny. But yeah, man, I mean crowdfunded. And I know it sounds so like discouraging because you're like, fuck, no one wants to fuck with it. That it was discouraging for me. I had a show about my life and everyone passed on it. You know how sad that gets when everyone passes on your life, bro?
They're like, for what? Boring.
Yeah, and there's all these notes about how your life is not interesting, bro. There's no layers to it. It's like, damn, this is about my life, bro. So it is really, it's depressing.
Like, can you maybe change your life up a little bit?
Yeah,
because
no, you have to sometimes because they own the rights at some point to what at least your pilot, what you wrote. So you have to switch up your life a little bit to sell it. You know what I mean? It's like, can he not be a rapper?
I mean, I guess that's what Eddie Huang hated about Fresh Off the Boat, right?
Yeah,
where they went with it.
Yeah, I know Eddie was really mad about it, but it's like, he's also mad about it laughing to the bank,
Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly. Yes. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've told this story before too, but I one time was pitching a show about just an Asian dude in an interracial relationship with a black girl, right? Yeah. And we pitched this whole shit where there was a situation where maybe, she goes to his house for dinner for the first time and, she's not used to like the fish sauce or whatever like scent they're using. This is one of the scenarios, right? Whatever ingredients. And this woman I was pitching to, she was a white woman, maybe like a spicy white, like a Greek or, something like that. And she was just so comfortable, bro. And here's the thing, we weren't spitballing funny shit, all right? And plus, what she said was so not the tone of what I was pitching to her, but she's like, oh yeah, and then and then she goes to dinner, and then maybe they're like cooking dog or something, and then she's like thrown off, and I was like, and me and the homie that were pitching this were like,
wow,
and then afterwards we were like, what the fuck? Why did she feel like that was okay?
The thing about it is, like, I have an agent that I work with too, this white lady, and there's something about when they're just in this like agent Hollywood mode. Sometimes like racist shit slips out. And there's an element of mad too, but there's an element of like it's so Hollywood. Like they're they're spitballing mad shit, and sometimes they don't directly imply like that's kind of what they want. This like thing or the stereotype, but like clearly like they're pushing for it.
Could you maybe say this a little more? I don't know. How would your dad say it?
There's no way at this point that I could even pull off an Asian accent for shit.
I'm trash at that,
I can't do that shit. So I mean that's already out of the question. Not even on a I'm offended thing. I just can't even execute it.
I'm so bad at Asian accents, and I've told my agent from the jump, like don't if anything needs an Asian accent. Not only will I won't do it, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. My Asian accents always come out like I'm trying to do like fucking Apu from The Simpsons.
Yeah,
you know
I'm not bad at all accents. English accent sounds Indian, like like it's just I'm all over the place. Yeah.
You can. How about your like Korean accent? Like, how's that?
I mean, I can try right now. Let me see. Hard seltzer, 맛있네. Oh, it's so tasty. No, that's a K-Town dude who goes to church with all the other teen kids. Like, oh my god.
You definitely sound like somebody who's not Korean doing a Korean accent.
Oh, really? I'm better at the K-Town accent. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh my god, aren't you Timothy De La Ghetto?
Okay.
Yeah,
that is familiar.
That sounds like it, right? That sounds familiar, right? Did it trigger something?
Yes, somebody I ran into outside of fucking sake house or like fucking.
They always do this. First when they're shocked.
That's some Asian shit. Oh is like the Asian surprise. As like not even Korean. Like I remember I was in high school and someone startled me, like someone like pranked me and scared me. And instead of I went and he was like, yo, that's the most Asian shit. Tim, I've never heard you sound more Asian in my life.
Man, the amount of times I've definitely gotten mistaken for being on Wild 'N Out because of you.
No.
Yes, a lot of people. But they'll start off like don't know who I am, but they'll still say Wild 'N Out.
Oh, because they know the battle rap
They'll
shit.
be like, Dumbfoundead, I'm a big fan. I've seen you on Wild 'N Out 100 times. I'm like, I don't even correct them at that point, even though I was never on Wild 'N Out.
Man, I've gotten everybody from, Jin, of course.
Yeah.
Fucking AJ Raphael. People have come up to me thinking I'm AJ Raphael.
They just lump us all up, the YouTube guys. You know, Andrew Garcia is AJ sometimes. You know, I'm Tim sometimes.
And here's the thing. Here's what people don't know is that me and Dumb are dropping a battle.
Honestly, that's I've always said to myself, like, if once my career is really in shambles, like, I think me and Jin should do one. I feel like it'd be a good one. It's like it's better than just resorting to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'll just call it Jin.
Y'all should do it on OnlyFans with your dicks out. Battle with your dicks out.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. You can only watch the battle on OnlyFans. Me and Jin.
And then the loser has to, what is it? Dock the other one. You know what docking is?
Jesus Christ. I hate you so much. I forgot what that was, and then as soon as you said it, I just remembered what that fucking was.
Oh my god! Well, hey y'all, so make sure y'all check that out. OnlyFans, Jin.
There's nowhere to check that out.
Well, shit, man. Hey, I appreciate you pulling up, filling in for stupid David.
Was that it? That goes my David's in Korea right now, right?
David is in Korea.
Is that his first time in Korea?
No. He's been in Korea before.
Oh, he has. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing like some special, like weddings.
Sounds like all his vlogs look like it's his first time in Korea. It's like, you guys said Korean food in LA is better than Korea. Lies! It's like, what?
Maybe he hasn't been since he was younger. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows, man? He's an enigma. You know what I'm saying?
He's a very happy and angry Korean man.
He is. People think he's very angry. I think he's angry on the outside, but it's a very thin layer of anger. It's a strong, but it's a loud, thin layer.
It's more annoyed, I think, but it's, Angry Asian Man, the site or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like he should run it, He's far more angrier than Angry Asian Man.
Yeah, this is facts.
Yeah.
This is facts. I mean, but they're both nice guys.
Actually, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, fuck David. We out here. He'll be back next week telling us all about Korea. My guy, Jonathon Park. I've known you for so long, man.
Damn.
I appreciate you. We're still friends.
We are.
That's beautiful.
It is a beautiful thing.
I'm working on a new album. I'll throw you on that motherfucker.
Wow, are you?
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Thanks. I'll play you my new shit.
I'm getting to that point too. I'm like, I'm gonna dive back into recording some stuff.
Come throw a random verse on my shit like you're fucking Andre 3000.
Yeah, that's I love that. Let's do it. Yeah, for sure. Send me some.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching once again. Dudes Behind the Foods podcast. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Make sure you rate 5 stars on wherever.
Can I plug my shit real quick?
Of course.
All right. Fun with Dumb. YouTube.com/funwithdumb. Also on all platforms. We do the podcast live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific.
And I'll be pulling up to one of those soon, too.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. We're overdue.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Bye.
Yo, it's the dudes behind the food. Dudes.